everyone, and welcome to Dead Rail Trains. This is a short video of a little project that I did for the Hudson Valley Railroad Society. They operate the Hyde Park Station Railroad Museum right here in Hyde Park. So if you're in the area or in the Hudson Valley area, look us up. The Railroad Society has a HO layout in the museum, and it has one of the engines has a camera mounted in it, and you can watch the camera from a TV that's set up near the layout, which is always a big hit at the museum. Unfortunately, the camera was a little outdated and it wasn't working that well, so we decided to replace it. And I've done several cab cam or engine cam installations in O gauge, so I volunteered to take on the project. So we use it's called an FPV system, and they're normally used in drones. And it's usually made up of two components, a transmitter and a camera. And the transmitters come in different sizes, different powers, different antennas. The cameras are basically all the same. The normal camera comes with I think it's 120-degree field of vision, which is like a fisheye lens, kind of a large lens. But if you look, you can get, I think it's a 70-degree field of view lens on the camera. And that's basically a pinhole camera, which fits really well. And it looks good. The fisheye lens, we've put them in engines, and when you drive the engine around, it makes it look like you're doing about 200 miles an hour. The reason we choose the FPV system is it basically has no lag. There's some Wi-Fi systems, and I think there's a couple others that you can fit in, but the FPV has no lag. And the sacrifice is you lose some quality, but for our purposes, it runs great. So here's the installation I did, and you can take a look at it. So this is the installation. The engine's a dummy A unit that we had at the layout, and Dennis painted it, put the decals on it, and got it prepped, and then gave it to me. Dennis is also known as N-Scale Train Boy. So the installation, obviously we got pickup wheels, so we're going to use track voltage, goes to a rectifier. That way you don't have to worry about which direction the engine is facing or changing the polarity. And that's mounted to a voltage regulator, because this transmitter and camera runs on 5 volts, so we get a steady 5 volts. I also added a Keep Alive. This one's a Soundtrax. It's I think they call them current keepers. This draws a lot of current, so it's not really going to make it last long. It's just going to help prevent the spikes and the static coming through. And then this is the transmitter, and the transmitter came with this little antenna which fit inside the car. And the car is plastic, so it doesn't attenuate the signal too much. And then up in the cab, you can see the cameras mounted. And these 70-degree cameras are a very small lens. In fact, I didn't even have to cut this. This is like the Mars light. I didn't have to cut the light opening or anything. It just fit in the back. And I used a bracket to mount it. I had trouble getting anything to stick to the plastic in here. So hot glue didn't work, and the CA didn't really work. I do use fun tack or poster tack periodically. I use that here. Made this little bracket to hold it in place. So the camera's in there. Actually, you can see the microphone. We don't use the microphone, but there's a microphone in there. So that's the installation, and we'll show you how it works. Here we are at the Hyde Park Railroad Station Museum in Hyde Park, New York. And we got the camera engine running around. Here we can see the TV. This up on top is the FPV receiver, so that receives signal directly from the camera. And this is our TV. We did find that the analog inputs on the TV works best, the RCA jacks. So this is how it runs, and let's run some trains.